Hello, I am Dr. Kathleen Hall, and this is The Way I See It. Well, I actually had another podcast prepared for today, but with what's happened in the last couple days on the planet Earth, I felt that I just could not morally and ethically go by and not talk to and talk about this moment. Today is a dark day in human history, one of the darkest. So what I want to talk about for just a few minutes today is in our current world, we're about to face the greatest crisis since World War II, right now. And this is very serious, right now. Existentially, physically, spiritually, morally, on every level. And this is Ukraine. Now, you may think, Ukraine, is she blowing this up? How can she make such a big deal? I have been distraught and have been having moments of tears, vacillating with anger and helplessness, not only for the people in Ukraine, but we, the people of this planet, the people in India, the United States, China. This is a hearkening moment for every single person on this planet. Let me throw in, I know about monsters. I've lived with a monster in my childhood. It happened to be my father. It was his way or the highway. With a monster, there are no empty threats. Every threat of violence is followed with severe violence. Yes, I know. I lived it. And I know about bullies. I have a PhD in bullies and tyrants and monsters. I've lived with them. So now that we are talking about Putin, he is now in the legion of monsters, such as Hitler and Stalin and Mussolini, and yes, on a very much smaller scale, my own father. Why should we care about Ukraine? Why am I making this big deal about it? Why should we care? Why should you care? Whether you're listening to me from India or Saudi Arabia or wherever you are. I hear many people across the globe saying, this is a Ukrainian-Russian problem. We believe in taking care of our own, taking care of ourselves. What's the big to-do about? Well, we had an election in the United States recently. And there was a resurgence of a saying, make America great again, and the hell with the rest of the world. Let's withdraw from global agreements and climate change promises and other noble causes because we're Americans. We come first. Do people on this planet know who we are? So at that time, my motto during that time was, in response, instead of make America great again, my motto was, make each human great again. We're one human family. We emerge from the same womb of life, sharing the same resources with the same desires of love, of safety, of kindness, of reverent respect for all living things. It is time for each of us, whoever's listening to this podcast, to speak out on social media, in our communities, and in our countries with voices, with our voices, and with our wallets. Putin and others are dangerous. He is dangerous. He could cause a nuclear World War III. He is unstable. You know, the list goes on. But this is an imminent, could be World War III, which I could never have dreamed would have happened. I was here during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I lived in Florida. They were just a few miles away when Khrushchev was considering dropping the bomb on us. I remember it. We did drills every day where we hid under our desks, as if that would have helped any. But the point is, we never dreamed this could happen again. And I cannot hear, I'm not going to try not to cry, I cannot hear Zelensky talk to his people and the world without crying. Here is this courageous, moral leader of his people and of the world, and he is ready to die for freedom. His wife is in the bunker with him, his children. And, of course, Putin has declared he will kill them first. Because if you remember in the Russian Revolution and the czars and everything, you just didn't kill the leader. You killed their entire family. Entire family. Okay? You killed the leader, which was a male, then you killed the wife, and you killed every one of the children. Because you could not let the lineage go on or come back. So now Zelensky is now being described as Churchillian. He's a Winston Churchill from World War II, reincarnation of bravery, of focus, of leadership. And any of you who have not read a biography about Winston Churchill, you have to, in World War II. It will change and transform your life. You talk about duty, talk about sacrifice, bravery, talk about integrity, talk about everything we're doing and we talk about in the Mindful Living Network. This was a tough guy and a tough time. During World War II in London, during the Blitz, the Germans had totally bombed London. There was hardly anything left. The Germans had already taken over Europe. They were winning the war. The Brits had no chance of winning. We were not in the war yet, okay? They were holding out. The people were starving. They were hungry. It was a pitiful situation. But because of Winston Churchill's powerful will to lead his people with power and integrity, only 3% of the British population thought the Nazis had any chance to win the war. The German Nazis had no chance, less than 3%. And here we are today, a previously impotent, kind of impotent NATO has been lionized by this tiny country with this small, gigantic, magnificent leader and its courageous people. We are living in an era of humankind demanding massive social and political change in our world. Our previous world, you guys, has been ruled by the tenets of greed, massive rich corporations, entitlement, status, misogyny, patriarchy, violence, and racism. This is just to name a few. Sorry, but it's true. And yes, it's getting better every day. Every day. This is the good part about technology. You can't let much go on without the world hearing the screams. But in our new world, me, capital M, capital A, must be transformed and redeemed by we. W-E. Me to we. We got to turn the M, that one letter, upside down to change the world. This one letter must be turned upside down, just as our focus and our values must be turned upside down and transformed. Remember, the Mindful Living Network, our network's tagline, is our purpose. It's our mission. It's the essence of our being. We are one people, one planet, one future. Yes. Most of us who lived, again, through the Cuban Missile Crisis cannot forget that in the last days, as Putin is rattling the sabers and saying, I'm threatening a nuclear attack, we literally, everyone, please wake up. We could literally have World War III. This is very serious. We must find a way, a path to rid ourselves of these dangerous, monstrous dictators that have no regard for all life, the life of humans, animals, plants, nature, no life. They have no value or respect for our universe. The world has experienced power previously through centuries, probably since the beginning of humankind. Power is power over somebody, over nature, over whatever, not power with. The new paradigm of the definition of power is power with, beside, embracing, shouldering, not power over. The world has lived with power over women, power over children, nature, power over the poor, power over other nations, not power with. Where we share the future, where we share a mutual destiny, where we share our mutuality, okay? Power with. So please, let's gather together and help our courageous and noble friends and neighbors, okay, in the Ukraine. They need us desperately. So what you can do, I've already done it, my daughter, a lot of my friends, is send money or resources to refugee organizations. This is going to go on. They desperately need it. You can Google it, but to have credibility, because you just don't want to give to some fake organizations that take your money and show up now. Fortune Magazine has a list, credible, Fortune Magazine. CNN Impact has a credible list. They've all been vetted. They know them very well. But give to your favorite local charity for the benefit of the Ukraine. We are all in this together. We are one human family. So thank you for allowing me the dignity and respect of opening my heart today and realizing this is a call to action, and this is also why we need the Mindful Living Network. You know, as I said, I started this as a voice, as a place for all of us to come together, to talk, to change the world, to transform, to listen, to have reverent respect. Please, let's do this together. And again, we are in this together. We're one human family. So thank you for joining me today. And God, Goddess, divine, divinity, God bless you. every one of you. You are the light of the world. So please go forth into our world, spread your light, and spread your love for everyone. We need you. I am Dr. Kathleen Hall. Excuse me, and this is the way I see it. It's our world. Let's hold up our hands and our hearts together and heal ourselves and the world. Please share us with your family, your community, your friends. Let's do this together. If you have any questions or have any comments, please contact us at ourmln.com or Mindful Living Network and click Contact Us. Our meditation room is amazing. We have a Mindful Living Network app. You can get it in any app store. And our newsletter is fabulous. And also, please, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Bless you, every single one of you, and thank you so much.